Um, so good afternoon for all of you. ඔගොල්ලෝ හැමදෙනාටම සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක් වේවා. මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මං කියන එක හොඳින් ඇහෙනවා ඇති කියලා. So we already have only 12 students. We'll wait for another 5 to 6 minutes and then get started the today's lesson. So while we are waiting, just if you have any questions, you can ask from me those questions. Okay, so let's start today's lesson. Uh, so I'll explain in both languages, English and Sinhala. එතකොට දැන් අපි ගිය සතියේ කතා කරා ඩේටා මැනේජ්මන්ට් ගැන සමහර ටොපික්ස් ගිය සතියට කලින් සතියේ තමයි අන්තිමට කරපු ලෙක්චර් එකේදී what we did was we just discussed about a few things on data management. So we will be continually doing about data management. Okay, so anyone can someone explain what is data management? Now you all have learned about data management up to some definition. So what do we mean by data management? In your words, ඔගොල්ලෝගේ වචන වලින් කිව්වොත් data management කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Anyone? Okay, so I'll explain you all. For the data management is the development, execution, and supervision of plans, policies, programs, and practices that deliver control, protect, and enhance the value of data and information assets throughout their life cycle. So now, though we are learning about data visualization and data management, so we have already done 2 lectures for data visualization, and now we are doing the second lecture for data management. So all these visualizations are management on this course. We are doing on the aspect of the business, or else අර අපි කියනවානේ IT ම කියලා කියන එක නෙවෙයි, හැබැයි business aspect එහෙම නැත්නම් organization එකකට how we gonna apply this data visualization, or else what we call data management, how we gonna apply these ones in practically to our business. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි practical situation එකේ කොහොමද අපි මේවා apply කරන්නේ business scenario එකකින්, එහෙම නැත්නම් perspective එකකින්, business perspective එකකින්, or else what we can say with the organization perspective එකකින්, how we gonna apply these data visualization techniques and data management techniques කියලා තමයි we are learning on this. um, um, we are learning throughout the entire module. Okay, so if we look at this definition, here we have a definition for data management. So data management is the development, execution, and supervision of plans, policies, programs, and practices that deliver, control, protect, and enhance the value of data and information assets throughout their life cycle. So when it comes to a business, අපි business එක පුරාවටම මොන හරි තියනවා නම් අපි ගාව data management කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? ඒ business perspective එකෙන් අපි මොන හරි development එකක් කරනවා නම්, initiation එකක් කරනවා නම්, or else kind of some new executions මොන හරි කරනවා නම්, and also supervisions of plans. business එකක් ගත්තාම මේ business එකේ තියනවා අපි plans and rules implement කරනවා සමහරක් වෙලාවට ඒ business එකට, or else organization එකට අදාළව. so එහෙම නැත්නම් policies අපි develop කරනවා, initiate කරනවා. Sometimes we will change the current policies what we have so far. මේ හැමදේම කරද්දී ඒ deliver කරන එක, control කරන එක, and also දැනට අපි use කරන ඒවා නම් අපි ඒවා protect කරන් කොහොමද ඉස්සරහට ඒවම use කරන්න කියලා කියන එක. So all of these ones are coming under this data management part throughout their entire business, or else throughout their entire organization life cycle. So when it comes to business drivers, අර මං කලිනුත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කිව්වා වගේ, when it comes to business drivers, so okay, so when it comes to business drivers කියලා කියන කටිය ගත්තහම for the competitive advantage, minus better data. So anyway, how we gonna calculate or how we gonna think about these ones? It's basically when it comes to business drivers, if we have the competitive advantage minus better data. So how we make it better? How we make it better is actually competitive advantage minus better data. We generally make it as a better decisions of failure to manage date results in waste and lost opportunities. And if we take some thing called data as an asset, so the primary driver of data management is to enable organizations to get value from their data assets. So when it comes to business drivers, or else with the perspective of the business side, we have to think about two things. First one is the competitive advantage. The second one is the data as an asset. Competitive advantage එක ගැන හිතුවහම, so competitive advantage එක, it's anyway make it a business for a better place. අපි දැන් තියෙන තැනට වඩා ඇත්තටම තව වැඩි තැනකට අරන් යන එක තමයි මේ competitive advantage එකෙන් වෙන්නේ. So maybe sometimes අපි let's assume that we initiate kind of a very good, better, best decisions throughout our business. Though we implement those ones, maybe sometimes some initiations might be fail. තියෙන අපි apply කරන සමහර ඒවා fail වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But අපේ opportunities අපි නැති කරගන්නේ නැතුව, so we have to ඒවා අපි නැති කරගන්නේ නැතුව, what we have to do, we have to manage all these perfectly. So data as an asset, so which means primary driver of data management is to enable organizations to get value from their data assets. We can say it as similar to managing financial and physical assets as well. When it comes to business perspective, we have two types of categories what we have to think always. One is the competitive advantage, the other one is the data as an asset. Okay. So, okay. Then if we think about the goals, when it comes to data management, there also we have goals. What type of goals we have? What type of goals we have? Think and tell me what type of goals we have when it comes to data management. අපි data management ගැන කතා කරනවා නම් ඒ data management ගැන කතා කරද්දී මොන වගේ goals ද අපිට initiate කරන්න පුළුවන්, මොන වගේ goals අපිට තියේවිද? So for the goals, if we take about these goals, first goal is to understand and support the information needs to the enterprise and its stakeholders, including customer, employees, and business partners. So as I told you earlier, though we are doing data visualization and data management as an IT module, so this is basically based on we are doing this one for the business perspective. එහෙනම් අපි business එක පැත්තෙන් හිතුවොත්, the very first goal we have is the understand and the support the information needs of the enterprise and its stakeholders, including customers, employees, and the business partners. Not only that, ඒක විතරක් නෙමෙයි, අපිට තව capture කරන්න වෙනවා. We have to capture, we have to store these data assets. ඒ වගේම අපි ගාව තියෙන data අපිට ආරක්ෂා කරන්න වෙනවා. We have to protect these ones and ensuring the integrity of data assets as well. Not only that, as the third goal, so ensuring the quality of data and information, we have to ensure the quality of the data and also the quality of the information what we have, and ensure the privacy. We have to ensure the privacy. Not only that, we have to ensure the privacy, both privacy and confidentiality of the stakeholders of data, and we have to prevent unauthorized or inappropriate access. Not only that, kind of few manipulations or use of data and informations අවශ්‍ය අයට විතරයි අපි ඒ access දෙන්නේ. ඒ data එහෙම නැත්නම් informations ඔක්කොම process කරන්න. එහෙම නැතුව අනිත් අයට unauthorized ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ඒකට අදාළ බලය තියෙන පුද්ගලයන්ට හැර අනිත් අයට අපි කාටවත් මේ data access කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. And at last, I have mentioned ensuring data can be used effectively and to add value to the enterprise. So these are few goals coming under data management when it comes to business perspective. So for the exam, sometimes you might get an scenario, මොකක් හරි scenario එකක් දීලා ඒ perspective එකට ඒ business related case study එකට අදාළව we might ask what are the goals you have to achieve this kind of an කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි දැනට තියෙන situation එකට වඩා කොහොමද අපි ඒකෙන් come up වෙන්නේ? කියන්නේ තියෙන stage එකට වඩා අපි එක stage එකක් උඩට නගින්නේ කොහොමද? What are the goals you can listed? එහෙම කියලා for the exam also you might get a few questions from these ones. Now, I think you all have learned about data and information. So what is data? මොකක්ද මොනවාද data කියලා කියන්නේ? What do we mean by data? Anyone? What do we mean by data? Someone is replying. Yes, unprocessed raw facts. Very good. So when it comes to data, for the definition, as a definition here, I have mentioned most definitions emphasize roles of emphasizing facts. In IT also refers to information stored in digital formats. So understanding data, understanding, okay. So when it comes to data and information, if we take data and information, there is a difference in between this data and information. So data means unprocessed ones, but for the information means processed ones, processed raw data. Okay, so processed data means informations coming after only we process the data. So data means the raw materials, raw measurements. මුලින්ම තියෙන in Sinhala we call them as අමුදත්. Okay, so for the information we say it as තොරතුරු. ඔන්න ඔය දෙක තමයි අපිට තියෙන්නේ. So for the definitions, most definitions emphasize roles of emphasizing facts. And in IT also refers to information stored in digital formats. එතකොට ගොඩාක් informations අපිට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. So we can give a kind of a few definitions for data and information. So now we are going to talk about these ones as well. So if we talk about data more, then understanding context requires a representational system which includes a common vocabulary and relationships between components. And if you understand the conventions of this system, you can interpret the data within it. These conventions are often documented in a specific kind of data referred to as metadata. So then, if we take any kind of scenario like data, so any kind of scenario with a current business situation, එහෙනම් ඉස්සල්ලාම අපි මොකක්ද කරන්න ඕනේ මේවා අතර තියෙන relationship එක. මෙන්න මේ components අතර තියෙන relationship එක we have to get an idea about these relationships. After that only අපි හරියටම ඒක අතර තියෙන සම්බන්ධතාවය දැනගත්තායින් පස්සේ විතරයි if you understand the conventions of this system මේක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ඇතුලේ තියෙන scenario එක අපිට identify කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් විතරයි we can interpret the data within it. අපිට ඒකේ තියෙන data වලින් එන decisions, inferences decisions එහෙම නැත්නම් inferences ඔක්කොම අපි ගත්තොත් ඒවා අපිට interpret කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ අපි context එක හරියට දන්නවා නම් විතරයි. So these conventions are often documented in a specific document kind of and data referred to as metadata. I think සාමාන්‍යයෙන් as a best practice what we do in an organization we have to document all these information, all these conventions, all these applications we have to document all these ones. It's the so uh, by using from this documentation uh, every people, the most of the people for the entire company, we can access that one and check what is happening with this data here. Okay, so data requires context to be meaningful. Data is a means of representation. It stands for things other than itself. ගොඩක් කලාවට data කියලා කියන එක ගත්තාම එයා මත depend එයා ගැන explanations දෙනවට වඩා අපි කරන්නේ එයාගෙන් වෙන දේවල් explain කරන එක, represent කරන එක. So data is both an interpretation or the objects it represents and an object that must be interpreted. කලින් කියපු definitions වගේම තමයි. So data is different than other assets. මේ data කියලා කියන එක ගත්තාම මේක දැනට තියෙන ඒවට වඩා වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So it's not tangible and it is durable. ගොඩක් කලාවට ඒක durable, does not wear, value does change. සමහරක් වෙලාවට ඒ data වලට තියෙන වටිනාකම අගය අද තියෙන වටිනාකමට වඩා වෙන වටිනාකමක් හිට වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහරක් වෙලාවට අගය වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහරක් වෙලාවට value might be decreased. So easy to transport. අපිට දැන් නම් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ data කියලා කියනවා ගත්තාම අපිට transport කරන්න ලේසි. එක තැනක ඉඳන් තව තැනකට data යවන්න, data store කරද්දී ඒවා store කරන්න ලේසි and difficult to replace it, lost or destroyed. If the data is replaced or if the data is destroyed, එහෙනම් අපිට ඒ data ගන්න සමහරක් වෙලාවට අපහසු වෙන්න පුළුවන් until if you have already back up all those ones, then you can recover those stuffs. But if not, if you haven't used anything kind of an ඔගොල්ලෝ use කළා නැත්නම් මොකක්වත් මේ වගේ backup එකක්, එහෙනම් backup කරන එකක් use කළා නැත්නම් එහෙනම් you have to forget about your data. So හදිසියෙන්වත් delete වුණොත් හරි මොන හරි replace වුණොත් හරි එහෙම වුණොත් ඕගොල්ලන්ට සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ඒ data ගැන තියෙන what we call ආසාව සම්පූර්ණයෙන් අතහැර ගන්න වෙනවා. So not consumed when used can be stolen right off, been gone and read and write. So same data can be used by multiple people at same time and many users of data budgets more data. So ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ තියෙන data you can understand all these stuffs. Uh, these are the facts why we call that data is different than the other assets. අපිට තියෙන අනිත් දේවල් වලට වඩා data කියලා කියන එක ගත්තාම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට වෙනස් වෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ නිසා. Okay, so the next topic would be why we need data management in a company. ඇයි අපිට මේ data management කියලා කියන එක අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ? What do you mean? What do you think about this? මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒක ගැන හිතන්නේ? ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන්නේ ඇයි මේක ඕන වෙන්නේ? Yes, to make decisions. Other than that, Is it only to make decisions? Achieving company goals, yes. Other than that, yes. So why we need this data management? ඇයි අපිට මේ data management කියලා කියන එක ඕන වෙන්නේ? For example, the correct interpretation of data requires understanding of the representation of the system. When it comes to a business, අපි අර business එකේ background එක දැනගන්න ඕනේ, business එකේ මොනවද වෙන්නේ කියලා දැනගන්න ඕනේ, ඒගොල්ලෝ use කරන systems මොනවද තියෙන්නේ. If they have few systems which they are using, then we have to understand about these systems as well. So ඇත්තටම කියනවා නම් අපි හරි interpretation එකක් කරන්න, so the for to correct interpretation of data, අපි නිවැරදි interpretation එකක් කරනවා නම් මොනවා හරි data use කරලා uh, it requires the understanding of the representation system. අපි මොකකටද කරන්න කියන එකත් ඕන වෙනවා, දැනට තියෙන ඒවා කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා දැනගන්න ඕන වෙනවා. තේරුම් ගන්න ඕන වෙනවා. So that is that. People and organization may make different choices on how to represent concept. So these choices will impact how data is interpreted. ඒ මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? People and organization may make different choices on how to represent concepts. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට organization එකක් ගත්තාම, so if we take an organization, then both the people and the organization may make different choices. සමහරක් වෙලාවට මේ දෙකොල්ලෝ ගත්තාම different choices තමයි select කරන්නේ. එක එක දේවල් decide කරද්දී, තීරණය කරද්දී එකිනෙකට වෙනස් දේවල් තමයි තීරණය කරන්නේ on how to represent concepts. So එක එක හිතන්නකෝ අපිට මොකක් හරි scenario එකක් දෙනවා. So they are giving kind of an case study. අපිට මොකක් හරි issue එකක් fix කරන්න තියනවා කියලා, problem එකක් solve කරන්න තියනවා කියලා. එහෙනම් මේකට සාමාන්‍ය මිනිස්සුන්ගෙන් එන feedback එක, එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒගොල්ලෝන්ගෙන් එන choices, එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒගොල්ලෝන්ගෙන් එන suggestions උයි organization එකෙන් එන suggestions උයි සමහරක් වෙලාවට වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So these choices will impact how data is interpreted. මේ choices ඔක්කොම impact වෙනවා. මේ දෙගොල්ලොන්ගෙන් එන හැම decision එකක්ම අපිට impact වෙනවා. කොහොමද මේ data interpret කරන්න කියලා කියන එක ගැන කතා කරද්දී. There are multiple ways to represent same idea. සමහරක් වෙලාවට එකම දේ, එකම idea එක represent කරන්න විධි කීපයක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. අන්න එතරදී තමයි මේ data management and data visualization කියලා කියන එක map වෙන්නේ. So to visualize all of these managed data, අපි manage කරපු data, සමහරක් වෙලාවට pre-process කරලා ඔක්කොම කරලා හදාගත්ත data අපිට visualize කරන්න ඕන වෙද්දී තමයි we just want that data visualization. Okay. This challenge is why we need data architecture, modeling, governance, stewardship, metadata, data quality management. So we will be discussing all of these stages, all of these challenges in near future with these slides. So these are the challenges. So this challenge is why we need data architecture. අපිට මේ තියෙන challenges වලින් අපි උඩට එන්න නම්, if we want to come up with a new solution, new data architecture, සමහරක් වෙලාවට we have to build new data models. We have to think about the data governance, කාටද මේ data වල අයිතිය තියෙන්නේ, and the stewardships. Not only that, how the metadata works. So මේ හැම දෙයක් ගැනම අපිට හිතන්න වෙනවා. And at last, changes in technology have expanded the scope of this need as they have changed people's understanding of what data is. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට දැන් තියෙන මේ AI තාක්ෂණයත් එක්ක artificial intelligence මේ කියන හැම එකක් එක්කලම මොකද වෙන්නේ? වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එක්ස්පෑන්ඩ් වෙලා තියෙනවා මේ data වල තියෙන ස්කෝප් එක සහ ඒවයින් කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් සහ මිනිස්සු තේරුම් ගන්න දේවල් මේ හැමදේම වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙනවා. According to those ones only we have to interpret all these data or else all this data and information. Okay. Okay, again, here we have data and O versus information. So we already talked about this one, data versus information. When it comes to data, data means unprocessed measurements, but for the information, it's already processed ones. So idea that the relationship of data is equals to raw material, අපි අර අමුදත්ත කියලා කියනන්නේ එක. And for the information, data in context is problematic for data management. Information it's actually the processed data. So how we create these informations by processing the raw data, which means data. Okay, data does not simply exist, it needs to be created. It takes knowledge to create a data in the first place and implies that data and information are separate things. Data is a form of information or information is a form of data. As I told you earlier, so information means toruturu, for the data means datta. So we create information by analyzing, by processing all these data. That's what we learned here throughout this entire module. So key takeaways, data and information are used interchangeably in the context of data management. Okay. So then the next topic will be data as an asset. Data කියලා කියන එක කොහොමද අපිට asset එකක් වෙන්නේ? What do you think? හිතන්න බලන්න. No idea? Okay, data as an asset. So an asset is an economic resource that can be owned or controlled and that holds or produce values. Assets can be converted to money. Okay, so when it comes to data as an asset, so then data කියලා කියන එක අපි asset එකක් විදිහට consider කරනවා නම් කොහොමද වෙන්නේ? දැන් asset එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් asset is an economic resource that can be owned or controlled. අපිටම අයිති අර අපි දේපල හා වස්තු කියනවා වගේ property එකක් asset එකක් වෙනවා. So ඒ වගේ owned or controlled and that holds or produces value. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට asset එකක් ගත්තාම මේ asset එකක් value එකක් create කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ වටිනාකමක් ලබා දෙනවා. So assets can be converted to money. අපිට ඒකට වටිනාකමක් ලැබෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ what we can do ඒක අපිට මුදල් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. So how data can be considered as an asset? අපිට කොහොමද data කියලා කියන එක මේ දත්ත කියලා කියන එක asset එකක් විදිහට consider කරන්නේ? Data is widely recognized as an enterprise asset, but the understanding of what that means is still evolving. දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේ data කියලා කියන එකත් අපිට ඇත්තටම පුළුවන් consider කරන්න enterprise level එකේ තියෙන asset එකක් විදිහට. හැබැයි sorry. හැබැයි මොකද්ද තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ? Understanding of what that means is still evolving. හැබැයි අපි එහෙම කන්සිඩර් කරාට අපිට ඒකට හරියටම ඩෙෆිනිෂන් එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් තේරුමක් තේරුම් ගන්නවත් අර්ථකථනය කරන්නවත් විදිහක් නැහැ. See, organizations rely on their data assets. හැම organization එකක්ම ගත්තාම most of the organizations are rely. ඒගොල්ලෝ depend වෙනවා on their data assets. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ හැමදේම implement කරන්නේ තමන් සතුව තියෙන data එක. So most of the people, most of the organizations depends or rely on their data assets to make effective decisions and operate efficiently. So if they if they make any decisions, give me 1 minute. If they make any decisions with this so what will happen on the organizations if they make any decisions with kind of some incorrect data, then what will happen? The entire decisions might affect very badly to the organizations or else to the business. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි වැරදි data මත පදනම් වෙලා මොන හරි decisions අරගෙන decisions ඒ decisions implement කරොත් what will happen? So what will happen? These ones, all these decisions and everything will get caught, will get affected by those decisions. So many companies identify as data driven. So දැන් ඔගොල්ලෝ අහලා ඇති ඉස්සර සමහරක් වෙලාවට මෙතන ඉන්න පුළුවන් the students who are doing මොනවාද IT or yeah IT. So those students might have අර මුල ඉඳන් අපි double OP concepts කරනවා වගේම object oriented concepts කරනවා වගේම early days we had object oriented, now also we have object oriented, but අර අපි කියන්නේ ඉස්සර තිබ්බේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට UML cases use cases ඕවත් එක්ක ER diagrams එක්ක යන දේවල්, but now මේ දැන් මේ තියෙන world එක දැන් මේ තියෙන situations ඔක්කොම all of these are coming under data driven. So many companies identify as data driven. This must include the recognition that data must be managed efficiently with professional disciplines through a partnership between business leadership and the IT. So then nowadays, all of these companies are identified as data-driven companies. So because of that, all these organizations are depend on their data depend on their data. So because of that, we are normally considering this data as an asset on the enterprise perspective, එහෙම නැත්නම් business perspective. Okay. So here the data management principles, we are going to talk about data management principles. Before going to talk about these data management principles, I would like to give you few MCQ questions. So just try to do these MCQ questions. Let me share this paper. Okay. These are the few questions, 6 MCQ questions. Just try to do these ones first. You can see all these, right? All these 6 questions. Can someone confirm me whether you guys can see these ones? Okay. Thank you. I'll give you 6 minutes to do these ones. So you can send me the answers privately if you have done, if you have completed all these 6. So those 6 questions are very easy. Do you need more time? Okay. Okay, some people are sending the answers. I'll give you another few minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask me now while you are doing your exercise. Okay, is it done? Sorry. Okay, some are sending answers. Good. Do you want more time? Do you need more time? Shall we start the discussion then? First question, what's the answer? What is primary driver of data management? What is a primary driver of data management? The first answer is to comply with government regulations to enable organizations to get value from their data assets and to minimize the employment of data analysts, to increase the complexity of data storage. What is the answer? Any? Yes, answer is answer B. Correct. To enable organization to get value from their data assets. Then the second one, according to the slides, according to the slides which we learned so far, which of the following is not a goal of data management? Is it ensuring the quality of data and information, preserving the preserving the uh, physicality of data assets, and capturing, storing, and protecting data assets, and preventing unauthorized or inappropriate access to data? What do you think? Yes, the answer is answer B, which is preventing the physicality of data assets. Then the third question, what does data requires context to be meaningful imply? What does data requires context to be meaningful? We discussed imply. Is it data is useless without analysis, or else data must be accompanied by metadata to have a meaning, or data represents an object that must be interpreted, or else data should always be in a digital format? Yes, answer is answer C, which is data represents an object that must be interpreted. Then the fourth question, which statement is true about data as an asset? Which statement is true about data as an asset? Is it depreciates in value like tangible assets? සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තියෙන tangible assets වගේම ඒවයි තියෙන value එක අඩු කරනවද? එහෙම නැත්නම් it is not considered an economic resource. economic resource එකක් කියලා consider කරන්නේ නැද්ද? It is an enterprise asset that can produce value. ඒක enterprise asset එකක් කියලා consider කරනවද මොනවාද? value එකක් produce කරන, and it is always easy to convert into money. ඒක හැම වෙලාවෙම money වලට convert කරන්න පහසුද? What's the answer? What's the correct answer? Most appropriate answer. What do you think? Okay, one person is giving all the answers, others, rest of the people, rest of the people. Rest of the people. Yes, yes, very good. The answer is answer C. It is an enterprise asset that can produce value. Then the last two questions. Which of the following is a key takeaway regarding data and information? Which of the following is a key takeaway regarding data and information? Someone is saying the correct answer is answer B. Anyone else? Hello, madam. Sorry, I got a call from the Vampire. Okay, so we'll do the last two questions. So fourth question, sorry, fifth question. Which of the following is a key takeaway regarding data and information? What's the answer? You all send me the answers, right? Okay, wait. Let me check what are the answers I received. Okay, some answers are correct, some answers are incorrect. So the correct answer, according to my perspective, the answer is they are the same thing within the context of data management. Some are telling that the correct answer is uh, yeah, the correct answer is A. Which of the following is a key takeaway regarding data and information? So the correct answer is they are the same thing within the context of data management. According to the slides, what they say, they are the same thing within the context of data management. So I mean, the suitable answer out of these three is A. They are the same thing within the context of data management. But if we take like data and information separately, data is unprocessed ones and the information is processed data. They are the same. Okay, so the answer is A. And the last question, why do we need data management? What's the answer? Why do we need data management? Why do we need data management? First answer is to ensure data cannot be stolen or copied. To ensure data cannot be stolen or copied, to maintain a single way to represent ideas, to handle the expanded scope of needs due to changes in technology, to restrict the number of people who can use data. What is the correct answer? Most appropriate answer. Yes, answer is answer C. To handle the expanded scope of needs due to changes in technology. That is the correct answer. Okay. So let's move to the lecture note. We'll do few lecture note. We'll continue with the lecture note and then again we'll do some questions. Okay. So what do you think? Is it good, right? Doing some MCQ questions. What is your opinion? No idea. Yes. Yeah. Okay, great. So here we discuss up to this data as an asset part, data management principles. Then we have to move to the data management principles. There we have two slides. So the first part is data management principles. So when it comes to data management principles, we have to, we already discussed why we consider this data as an asset on an enterprise level, and here they have given few facts to consider data is valuable. And also so data management requirements are business requirements, and they have mentioned that data management requirements are business requirements. So why we call this data is valuable? Actually, when it comes to data, data is an asset with unique properties. All of these data has some unique properties, to themselves. So the value of data can and the value of data can and should be expressed in economic terms. So data management requirements are business requirements. We normally consider these data management requirements as the business requirements. So they are managing data means managing the quality of data. And also it takes metadata to manage data. And it takes planning to manage data. And also data management requirements must drive information technology decisions as well, IT decisions as well. That's where the IT plays a role. Okay. So data management principles, when it comes to data management principles, we earlier also discussed that how we consider data as an asset in enterprise level. So here they have given two factors that is to interpret or explain that the data is valuable, and also few facts why we consider data management requirements as business requirements. Okay. And also with the business perspective, effective data management requires leadership commitment as well, because all these data um, uh, all this information comes from the data, but when it comes to effective data management, so the final decisions, though we make decisions by using analyzing these data and also considering about this information, what will happen here uh, at the final stage, anyway we just want the leadership commitment to get the final decisions. Okay. That's what here they have mentioned on this entire slides. So the second part, so earlier one, so now think, so this part is data is valuable. The facts which proven that the data is valuable. This square means the facts which proven data management requirements are the business requirements. And here the facts which proven data management depends on diverse skills. Here we have the facts which means the data management is life cycle management. So the data management depends on diverse skills. So the data management is cross-functional, and data management requires an enterprise perspective. Data management must account for a range of perspectives. So these are few facts which is coming under data management depends how, which comes under this data management depends on diverse skills. And to prove that the data management is life cycle management, so we have to think about two facts, which is different types of data have different life cycle characteristics. එක එක වෙනස් data types වලට තියෙන්නේ වෙනස් life cycle characteristics. And also managing data includes managing the risks associated with data. So මේවා data manage කරන එක ගත්තොත් managing data includes managing the risks associated with all this data. Okay. Then we will be moving to the data management challenges according to the data assets versus valuations and the risk. We will be talking about data management challenges with the aspect of data asset, um, valuation, and the risk. So, because data management has distinct characteristics derived from the properties of data itself, it also presents challenges in following these principles. දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? So data management වලට අපි කලින් ඉගෙන ගත්තා ඒ process වලට ඒ characteristics තියනවා කියලා. So we derive those distinct characteristics. We derive those distinct characteristics from the properties of data itself. Data, a data වල තියෙන properties වලින්ම තමයි අපි ඒක කරන්නේ. So it also presents challenges in following these principles. So one is data is different from other assets. So make it different to determine value or monetize data. So since data is unique to each organization, as we already said, මේ තියෙන data ගත්තාම ඒ company එකට අදාළ data unique. So unique to each organization, valuation techniques will differ. ඒක නිසා value කරන valuation techniques would completely differ. So value of data is contextual. And the third topic is establishing ways to associate financial value to data is critical for data management. අපිට establish කරන එක, associate financial values establish කරන එක, maybe it's kind of an critical for data management. අපිට data management වලට ඒක initiate කරන එක ටිකක් critical, අපාරු, අපහසු වැඩක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But data not only represents value, data ගත්තාම ඒවා values represent කරනවා විතරක්ම නෙමේ, it also represents risk. ඒක data කියලා කියන එක ගත්තාම මේවා risk එකත් represent කරනවා. And low quality data is risky. Low quality data is risky. So is data's potential to be misunderstood and or misused as well. Okay, so here each organization must articulate general cost or benefit categories for the valuation of data assets. For example, they have mentioned cost of obtaining or storing data and cost of replicating data if lost. ඒවා replicate කරන cost එක හදිසියෙන්වත් data නැති වුණොත්, and impact to organization if data missing or incorrect, and cost of risk event, risk mitigation, and benefits of high quality data, cost of data if sold, so revenue from innovative users of data. These are the few facts for each organization must articulate general cost or benefit categories for the valuation of data assets or examples. Okay, then we have the data quality. Then we have to consider about the data quality part. So ensuring data is of high quality is central to data management. May data quality කියලා කියන එක it's a must. And data quality historically has been an afterthought because data has been associated with it. And poor data quality is costly. Data quality එක අඩුවෙන එක ගොඩක් වියදමකින් වැඩි is costly. So IBM estimated cost of poor data quality in US dollars 3.1 trillion වගේ වෙනවා කියලා. හදිසියෙන්වත් අපි collect කරගන්න data ඔක්කොම quality අඩුයි නම්. So costs of poor data quality depends on scrap and rework, workarounds, low productivity නිසා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, conflicts නිසා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, employee and customer dissatisfaction වලට reason එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, opportunity cost එක වැඩි කරන්න හරි අඩු කරන්න හරි reason එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, compliance cost එක වැඩි කරන්න හේතුවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, දඩ fines වලට හේතුවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, and reputational එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට harm අපේ තියෙන පිළිගැනීම නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ කියන දේවල් නිසා. ඒ poor data quality නිසා අපිට අත් වෙන ඉරණම්. Benefits of high data quality. Benefits මොනවාද තියෙන high data quality වලට? Improved CX and high productivity, reduced risk එක reduce කරන්න පුළුවන්. Act on opportunities. We can build more new opportunities, increase revenue එක වැඩි කරගන්න පුළුවන්, competitive advantages, competitive advantage වෙන companies එක competitivity එක වැඩි වෙලා ඒවා අපි හොඳ විදියට use කරනවා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Benefits of high data quality. මොකද අපි ගන්න decisions ඔක්කොම hurry decisions because we already collected and we already use quality data. Okay. Then data management challenges. Under these data management challenges, we have the planning for better data. So for the planning for better data, deriving value from data requires planning. Challenges on planning are organizational pressures as well as resources, time, or money. Okay, before going to talk about this planning for better data, I'll give you another few questions so that you can try those questions as well. Can you all see the new question list? Okay, first do the first four questions now. These questions are little bit practical questions. I mean practical situation based questions. So try to understand and do these questions. Okay, so what about the first question? Have you all completed the first question? What is the answer for the first question? Anyone? Can someone explain me what does that question means? Unmute your mics and sorry, unmute your mics and explain me. What does this first question means? So a company is experiencing difficulties. A company is experiencing difficulties in making informed decisions due to inconsistent data handling across departments. Which principle of data management should the company prioritize to address this issue? A company is experiencing difficulties in making informed decisions due to inconsistent data handling across departments. Departments අතර තියෙන data handling එක මේ consistent නෑ, ක්‍රමානුකූලව වෙන්නේ නෑ, ක්‍රමික නෑ, inconsistent. එතකොට which principle of data management should the company prioritize to adhere this issue? මොන principle company එකද කියලා අහනවා. අපි adhere කරන්න ඕනේ, අනුගමනය කරන්න ඕනේ, අපි use කරන්න ඕනේ, පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ, අනුගත වෙන්න ඕනේ මොන principle එකටද කියලා අහනවා. මේක හරි විදිහට කරන්න. So the first answer is ensuring the privacy and confidentiality stakeholder data. Managing data means managing the quality of data. Data should be expressed in economic terms. Ensuring data can be used effectively and to add value to the enterprise. Most suitable answer. Some say that the suitable answer is B. Some are saying that the suitable answer is A. Yes, the correct answer is, according to my perspective, the answer is answer B. Managing data means managing the quality of data. Data manage කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ data වල තියෙන quality එක ඇත්තටම manage කරනවා කියලා කියන එක. මොකද මෙතන ප්‍රශ්නේ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ a company is experiencing difficulties in making informed decisions due to inconsistent data handling across departments. Departments අතරේ තියෙන data handling එක හරියට සිද්ධ වෙලා නැහැ, ක්‍රමික වෙලා නැහැ, මේ අක්‍රමිකතා තියෙන. So which principles of data management? එතකොට ඒකට ensuring the privacy and confidentiality of stakeholder data ඒක කළා කියලා අර departments අතරේ තියෙන issue එක fix වෙන්නේ නැහැ. And data should be expressed in economic terms. Economic terms වලින් data ටික express කරා කියලා ඒක වෙන්නේත් නැහැ. Ensuring data can be used effectively and to add values. එතකොට values ඒක මේ context එකට ගැලපෙන්නේ නැහැ. So the correct answer is answer B. Then the second question. Second question. An organization's data is often accessed by different departments at the same time. එකම වෙලාවේ එක organization එකක තියෙන data access කරනවලු ඒ organization එකේ තියෙන departments කීපයකින් එක වෙලාවේ. Leading to potential conflicts. ඒක නිසා එක එක conflictions ඇති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. What characteristic of data differentiates it from other assets in this context? Data is not tangible, intangible කියලා කියන එකද? එහෙම නැත්නම් easy to transport කියලා කියන එකද? Data can be consumed when used. And the final answer, the same data can be used by multiple people at the same time. මොකක්ද තියෙන characteristic එක data differentiates it from the other assets in this context. මේ context එකට අදාළව මොකක්ද මොන ඒකට කියන්නේ quality එකද characteristic එකද පෙන්වුම් කරන්නේ. The correct answer is answer D. Yes, it's easy. Answer D. The same data can be used by multiple people at the same time. Okay. So for the first question, answer was answer B. I'll highlight. And for the second question, the answer was answer D. Okay. Then next. Third question. What has happened for the third question? A data analyst is tasked with ඔන්න දැන් data analyst කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ data analyst task එකක් දෙනවා. Okay, do the third, fourth and fifth questions. I'll give you some time. Do these 4 questions. Okay. So what about the third question? A data analyst is tasked with presenting data in a way that it can be understood and utilized for decision making. According to the slides, what is crucial for the analyst to consider? මේ වගේ සිටුවේෂන් එකක් තියෙන වෙලාවට ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් සිටුවේෂන් එකක් තියෙන වෙලාවට ඔන්න දැන් data analyst කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා, so he's given um, to present data in a way that it can be understood. තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහට understood and utilized for decision making. Decision making වලට අදාළ වෙන විදිහට. According to the slides, what is the crucial for the analyst to consider? Is it data requires context to be meaningful? Data must be converted to money? No, it's not. It's not obvious. And then the answer C, data needs to be created from raw materials. And then answer D, data must be in digital form. Most appropriate answer. So most of the people are saying answer is answer C, but in my opinion, the answer is answer A, because according to this context, a data analyst is tasked with presenting data in a way that it can be understood and utilized for decision making. No? So if it's utilized for decision making, all those data should be meaningful, right? Data requires context to be meaningful. අර අපි slides වලත් ඉගෙන ගත්ත එකක්. So data requires context to be meaningful. Otherwise, we can't make decisions. අපි අර ඉගෙන ගත්තනේ ඒ contexts වලට අදාළව තියාගන්න බෑ කියලා. Okay. According to my perspective, the correct answer is answer A. What do you think? What do you think? So for the third question, the answer is actually data requires context to be meaningful. Fourth one. What's the answer for the fourth question? After a data breach, on a data breach, data violation, මොකක් හරි violation එකක් වුණොත්, what will happen? A company realizes the need to better manage its data assets to prevent unauthorized access. Which goal of data management does this relate to? After a data breach, a company realize මොකක් හරි violation එකක් හරි වුණාට පස්සේ company එක realize කරගන්නවා the need to better manage its data assets to prevent unauthorized access. Which goal of data management does this relate to? The correct answer is yes, answer A. It's easy, right? Correct answer is answer A, capturing, storing, and protecting data assets according to this context. Fifth question. A new CIO wants to shift the company's perspective to view data as an essential part of the business economic resource. ඔන්න දැන් CIO කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. හරිද? information officer, chief information officer කෙනෙක් CIO කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. එයාට බලා ගන්න ඕනේ wants to shift the company's perspective. එයාට මාරු කරගන්න ඕනේ company perspective එක to view data as an essential part. data බලා ගන්න ඕනේ යාට මොකක් හරි essential part එකක් විදිහට of the business economics resources. This change in perspective is most aligned with which concept? Data as an asset, data and information are interchangeable. The need for data architecture and governance, and the importance of metadata. Yes, answer is answer A. Then for the third question, fourth question, and fifth question, all of these answers are answer A. Okay, now do all these three, try out these three questions. Do the sixth, seventh, and eighth question. Okay. Okay, so for the sixth question, during a team meeting, there is a debate about whether data and information mean the same thing. Whether data and information mean the same thing. Referring to the key takeaway from the slides, කලින් අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේවල් වලින්, what should be the team's consensus in the context of data management? ඒකට නම් උත්තරේ කලිනුත් කතා කරා. What is the answer? Data and information should not be used interchangeably. Data is a form of information, and Vice versa, information is more valuable than data. It's not. Data and information are completely separate entities. According to the context given, the answer is what? Most appropriate answer is data is form of information and vice versa. For the sixth question, most appropriate answer is answer B. And then here we have another question, last four questions. So the seventh question is, an organization is redesigning its data systems to better align with its business strategy. According to the slides, what must be managed to ensure data meets business requirements? What do you think? An organization is redesigns its data systems to better align with its business strategy. According to the slides, what must be managed to ensure data meets business requirements? Is it the physicality of data assets? එහෙම නැත්නම් metadata and the quality of data? The metadata and quality of data? The durability and the tangibility of data? The last answer is the digital format of data. The best answer, the most appropriate answer is the metadata and the quality of data. Answer B for the seventh question. Okay, then let's move to the eighth question. A business is implementing a new data governance framework to improve data quality. This initiative is a direct response to which business driver of data management? A business is implementing a new data governance framework. මොකක් හරි business එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ business එක අලුත් data governance framework එකක් පටන් අරගන්න යනවා, implement කරන්න යනවා to improve the data quality. data වල තියෙන quality එක වැඩි කරගන්න. This initiative is a direct response to which may initiative එක අපි consider කරොත්, if we reconsider this initiative, make a response කරන්නේ to which business driver to data management? මොන කොටසටද data management? Is it the risk of data loss as an asset? එහෙම නැත්නම් the competitive advantage of better data? එහෙමත් නැත්නම් the goal of adding value to the enterprise? Or else the last answer is the primary driver of enabling organizations to get value from their data assets. Question number 8. Okay, a business is implementing a new data governance framework. හිතන්නකෝ data governance අලුත් framework එකක් අකර implement කරන්න යනවා. ඇයි ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක implement කරන්නේ? data quality එක වැඩි කරන්න. Okay? So එහෙම implement කරන වෙලාවේදී this initiative is a direct response. මේක අපි address කරනවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ කොහෙට හරි. ඒ address කරන්නේ මොන කොටසටද? ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් to which business driver of data management? මේ data management වල අපි මේ business drivers ගත්තාම, ඒ කියන්නේ business එකකට අදාළව data management process එක ගත්තාම මොන කොටසකටද මෙන්න මේ කියන situation එක address කරන්නේ? This initiative is a direct response to which business driver of data management? Is it the risk එක ගැන වෙන the risk of data loss as an asset? ඇයි ඒක කරන්නේ? the risk එක මේ the risk of data loss as an asset? එහෙමත් නැත්නම් the competitive advantage of better data? නැත්නම් අපි කරන්නේ මේ හොඳ better data තියාගන්න එකේ තියෙන competitive advantage එක වැඩි කරගන්නද? එහෙම නැත්නම් the goal of adding value to the enterprise? එහෙම නැත්නම් enterprise එකට value එකක් add කර ගැනීමේ perspective එකෙන්ද? The primary driver of enabling organizations to get value from their data sets. අපේ නැත්නම් primary driver එක වෙන්නේ organizations වල මේ වෙන්නේ to get value from their data assets. Data assets වලින් value එක ගන්න එක. What do you think? The answer is Yes, the answer is answer B. Correct answer is answer B. Okay, last two questions. Let's think about the last two questions. So, for the ninth question, a company's IT team is required to explain the importance of management, data management to its new employees. Which of the following reasons should they emphasize? ඒගොල්ලෝ කියනවා කම්පැනි එකක් තියනවලු කම්පැනි එකේ තියෙන IT team එකට අවශ්‍ය වෙනවලු explain කරන්න importance of data management to its new employees අලුත් employees ලට data management එක වැඩි කරන්න. ඒක තියෙන importance වැදගත්කම පෙන්눔 කරලා දෙන session එකක් කරන්න ඕන වෙනවා. Which of the following reasons should they emphasize? ඇයි ඕගොල්ලෝ හිතන්නේ මොකක්ද ඒකට reason? Data needs to be tangible to be valuable. Proper data management is crucial due to the representation system is required. Data management is only about storing data in a digital format, and data management ensures that data consumes when used. ඒක නම් answer එක lazy. Yes, the answer is answer B. Proper data management is crucial due to the representation system is required. Data කියලා කියන එක data management කියලා කියන එක වඩා වැදගත් වෙනවා කියලා කියන එක මේ system එකට අනුව වඩා වැදගත් වෙනවා කියලා කියන එක එයා emphasize කරන්න ඕනේ, අවධාරණය කරන්න ඕනේ. Last question. A data management consultant recommends that the value of data must be expressed in economic terms. හිතන්නකෝ data management consultant කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. එයා recommend කරනවා that the value of data must be expressed. අපි data වලට වටිනාකමක් දෙනවා නම් ඒක economic terms වලින් සඳහන් වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. This recommendation is based on which principle? අපි අර කතා කරපු principles වලින් මොන category එකටද මේක වැටෙන්නේ? Is it data is valuable, or data management requirements are business requirements, or effective data management requires leadership commitment? The final answer is data is an asset with unique properties. What do you think? Yes, the final answer is answer D. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you learned something from these ones. So then see you on next week. Please participate for all the practicals. Yes, we'll continue with these lessons next day onwards. Always try to always check the LMS. So I'm uploading some tunes, some videos, some lessons, some assignments on there. So please please check the LMS. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. See you on next week.